Well, this puts a damper on my plans. Well, welcome back to the channel, everybody. Had planned for a different video, and I was going to put this video out prior to the Moultrie camera video that I just released. But this snow, it's snowing today. We got about 3 inches right now, and it's still coming down. I kind of put a damper on my plans, but we are going to review this Victure AC940. Completely waterproof camera, waterproof down to 16 feet deep without the case on it, and with the case I believe it's 130 feet deep. And this camera, I've been playing with it a little bit, and it's going to do everything that I'm looking for in a camera without having to spend the money on a so-called name brand camera, because I think virtually they're almost all the same. But with these Victure cameras, I've noticed that the image stabilization and the sound on these are actually really good. So, and then being able to film in 4K, 1080p, 720, and all the settings and stuff are very well done. So, anyway, let's get inside and we will review this camera, go over some of the settings for you, and let's get out of the snow. Okay, now that we're inside where it's no snow, nice and warm, this is the Victure 4K AC940 camera. Just metal casing, with some plastic on it. It is waterproof. The setups on here, your power button is here on the side, your record or picture button, and your mode button is right there. The memory card in here, this lid has a little button on the top here, and of course your tripod mount. But push it down and slide forward, and this is a little tough because it is sealed really good. And here's your battery. You have to pull your battery out, and right there is your memory card. Just you can push it down to release it. Sorry if I'm a little shaky here. There's released and back in. Now it's a little tough to get a hold of, so what you want to do is when you release it, if you have bigger fingers, make sure that you use the tweezers or something. Don't use the tip of a knife because you can damage it. Then on this side is your microphone right here, and then this little door here, same thing. It's a little tough to get open. So you push that button down, slide the door forward, open up, and there's your ports for your HDMI and your charging. And make sure you snap it shut nice and tight. That way it stops water from coming in. Okay, so you press the mode button on top. Right now it's in video mode, but that's going to go camera mode. Then you have your choices of video, your playback or your camera mode. It's a touch screen, so you just touch, there's video mode, and you got video resolution, and you got your 1080. Let me touch this. You got your 720, 60 frames per second, 120, 30 frames, 60 frames. And you go up to 4K at 60, 30, and 2.7. Sorry if this is getting blurry on you, but I've been running it at 1080 because it just works better that way. Then just hit the arrow back. Then you got your voice record. This one does not have a microphone, so it's either voice on or off. Your EV, your EIS, which is your stabilization, loop record, time lapse, slow motion movie, fast motion movie, wind noise reduction, auto low light, date stamp on there. And we can go into camera mode. Just touch that. You get your photo resolution, your ISO, your EV settings, time lapse, photo burst, your delay timer, long exposure, metering, and date stamp. Metering, then you go on there. It's center shot, multi, or spot. And then you could also adjust your distortion on this camera. The distortion is going to take you to eliminate the fisheye that you might get with some cameras. Now we're going to go back, video, photo, then right there is back on video mode. One neat thing is that you got kind of a quick set to, which you can just, where it says normal right here, 1080p, you just tap that, and then it'll go normal, seamless video, time lapse, slow motion, fast motion, and your Wi-Fi. So, and same thing, if I go to camera, you got single picture, photo burst, time lapse, countdown, long exposure, and your Wi-Fi. Okay, go back to video mode, just hit the record button, and there it's recording. Real simple camera to use. Press the button again, and it stops. And you see I have the anti-shake on here. You got your playback right here, and then of course your tools, and then just hit the arrow back, and it's going to drop it back in place again. Okay, so there you have the settings. Little quick rundown on them on the AC940 action camera. This is a great little camera. I really like it. So hey, let's go outside and just run around the backyard a little bit and show you how this camera works. Okay, this is Houdini. You say hi, Houdini? Yeah, how are you doing? You want to go back to the pen with everybody else? Because you keep flying out? Come on. Okay, here's all of our chickens. Hi guys, where's Houdini? Come here, Houdini. Come here, sweetheart. Yes, come on. Okay, go in. Go in. Yes. Oh yeah, the man. Hi buddy, how are you? That's our rooster buddy. Hi guys, you're all looking for food, aren't you? You're all looking for food. What do you think, Houdini? Hi, what do you think? You all gonna be YouTube chickens? Yes. They're all looking for food. Hey buddy, how are you? Houdini, what do you think? What do you think, Houdini? Houdini is our most friendly chicken. But just out testing this Victure AC940 camera. I really like these Victure cameras. They're going to do everything I want to do and more. And make sure you check it on the next video, because I'm going to put this camera and the 920 together to use. Well, use that tune in the next video and see. We're going to be using both cameras simultaneously. And hopefully show you some of the things that they can do. But I have the stabilization control set on here, turned on. So if I run a little bit, it should hopefully be smooth. But just walking around the backyard here and by our backwoods, they film and they work really nice. My plans for this camera come this summer is we plan on doing a lot of fishing since we're right on the Mississippi River, and this camera would be the one exposed more to the elements, and I would use the 920 on a chesty mount, and so we'll see. You know, still got some snow in the yard around the swing set area. You know, the chickens can't wait until that snow is melted because for some reason they don't like the snow at all. But this is essentially our backyard. So we have a fish pond. And the orientation might be a little off because I'm going to have to dunk it, but these fish we have goldfish that have made it all the way through the winter. So let's just adjust this handle. Okay, here's our pond. And oops, I'm going to dunk the camera so you can see our fish. Okay, well, I'm sure the lens is a little wet now. Try to dump it off a little bit. Okay, so I just completely submerged the camera, put it down with the fish, and knock some rocks into the pond, which I'm going to have to fix before the wife sees it. But them fish, they survive all winter long. We just put a cattle tank heater in the pond and don't feed them, and they do fine. And come mid-April, when the temperatures start staying, say 60 degrees and above, then we'll start feeding them again. Otherwise, we don't feed the goldfish the entire winter, and the pond never freezes 100%. So they always have air, and they have a little bit of warmth. But just like any other fish, they do go dormant a little bit in the winter, so you don't have to feed them at all. But anyway, let's get back inside, give you my final thoughts on this camera, and hope you're enjoying this video for the Victure AC940. Well, I hope that was a good review of the Victure AC940. This camera will do everything that I'm looking for without having to spend the money on a higher end, higher brand camera. As far as I'm concerned, these Victure cameras are built with quality. They work really well. I can be outside in the snow or even in the rain with this camera and not worry about a thing. You did notice after I did put the camera in the pond, the sound was a little baffled. That's because there's water in the microphone port, but that clears up. You can blow it out, you know, or just wait till the camera dries off and you get your full sound back again. But anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe and post some comments, and we'll hopefully see you on the next one.